What is going on, folks? I am Goat. Welcome back to Warframe. We are here to talk about old Frosty Boy. Frost has the same problem that Rhino Prime has. Well, one of. We'll get to that whenever we get to the Rhino video. Frost has the problem that when Frost Prime came out, his energy just didn't really get any better. So he's got a really shitty energy pool. So I'm going to show you a way to alleviate that particular problem. Okay? So the shards are ability strength, ability strength. Guess what? More ability strength, some casting speed, because that is one thing that has never been fixed with Frost, is damned animations. And then armor. Okay? So you can kind of already guess, if you know the game, where this is going to go. If you're a newer player, this is going to kind of suck because you're stuck with the old, you know, as you can see my test build up there. You're kind of stuck with the old, I don't have this, so how do I make this work? Instead of a Mars Hatred, just put like steel fiber on there. Just saying. Just give him as much armor as you can. Well, no, actually, that's not going to help that at all. If you get Archon shards, blue shards will give you energy, okay? In the people that have Arcane Battery farmed, this is going to make way more sense for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, an armor shard on there is already nice because it helps work with excuse me, it helps work with a Mars Hatred, giving you 25% armor, plus the armor shard. So we're up to 613 armor here with Prime Flow. So we're getting a little bit of extra armor. The other part of this that makes this insanely good is his new passive when Frost got his rework. So frozen enemies gain 50 armor for each enemy afflicted, right? Within affinity range. Now, that is not saying you have to use, so cold status effects last longer from Frost abilities, or abilities last 100% longer. Frost gains 50 armor for each afflicted enemy with cold, or enemy afflicted with cold within affinity range. Sorry, I am having speaking problems tonight. So basically, like, when, we're already up to a point just by Amar's Hatred, a single Archon shard, and Arcane Battery of already having more energy to work with, which is good, which means you can actually run a crappy, efficiency if you want to, because we're working with something else, which is the Subsume, hence Equilibrium specifically. Fractured Blast from Citrine. Now, this is not a must-have, by the way. You do not have to do this. But without tanking out duration, because the armor strip that Frost gets from Icy Avalanche is highly subjective to ability duration, because it does run out when the ability duration runs out. So when they are no longer popsicles, they get their armor back. So you want to kind of keep them popsicles as long as possible, and this is the very easy way to do this. And, Molt Augmented, I mean, we're already running a ton of ability strength, not max, but 45,450 overguard cap, and that's not even counting the 60% ability strength that you're going to get. It puts you like right around like 53,054 overguard, if I remember right, somewhere in that range. It's like high 52s, low 53s. Pretty good amount of overguard, and very, very sustainable with Icy Avalanche. Now, I'm sure somebody is going to ask me, why, oh why, am I not running Biting Frost or Freeze Force? Freeze Force. Biting Frost. Frost gains 200% critical chance and 200% critical damage against frozen enemies. That's all fine and well. Okay? It really is. This is not a shitty augment at all. But when I can just armor strip and, yeah. I mean, when I can just armor strip them and shoot them, like the critical chance is just kind of meh. Like, if I've already got overguard, I don't want to have to sit there and worry about, oh, well, here, hold on, I gotta freeze you so I can really kill you. I just put good guns on him. Now, Freeze Force is good, right? Freeze Force is totally fine. You're basically just stacking cold damage, which is a buff to critical damage. So, Freeze Force in itself is totally fine, but it's kind of unnecessary. So, Energy Nexus, Energy Siphon, basically energy regen, Equilibrium, because of all of the health orbs that are going to be dropping out, because again, it is nerfed down a little bit because of it being a subsume, so you don't get near as many energy orb drops. You do get them, but Equilibrium is going to swap out the health orb drops that you get to help you with energy. The rest of it's pretty damn straightforward. Just some range. I mean, it doesn't have to be like groundbreaking. 160% is perfectly fine. The ability strength, very functional. Works, right? Now, the other way you can go is Nourish. Now, again, we have the same amount of energy. Nourish just keeps you to where this is literally the exact same build, just a different subsume. Okay? And the way that you get around this, if you don't have Arcane Battery, unfortunately, is going to be Arcane Energize. It's about the only way that's going to, really keep you going. Or Arcane Steadfast to basically not have you, casting or getting a free ability cast after like 3 casts or some bullshit. So I mean, there's other ways to get around it. But basically, energy regen, equilibrium isn't as necessary unless you're running the Tenet Galaxian. Because the Tenet Galaxian, coupled with this and Nourish, you will never fucking run out of energy ever because you get a ton of energy drops. So depending on if you want to be dependent on a weapon or not, depends on what you want to use. But again, it's the exact same build with a different subsume, and the energy will not be a problem this way either. Personally, I just find this more funny. Albeit you do lose damage output because you're not using Nourish, you're just focused very much on using Equilibrium coupled with the 2, and then everything else is just kind of gravy. Yeah, so that's just kind of how it is. So pick up energy orbs. Good to go. Let's just go ahead and jump up in this bitch and make everybody popsicles, right? Just gonna shoot some people in the fucking head. See, and then we like do some fracture blast stuff here. They don't like it. Fuck you. Let's just be popsicles again. Make sure that shit doesn't run out, and let's just kill them. Now again, I'm using the Incarnate Burst, and so obviously they're gonna fucking die pretty easily. Wow, look. It's a snowman. It's happy times. It's a snowman. In July. But yeah, so there's that, right? Like, I mean, I'm here, you know what? I'll just show it one more time using a way less powerful secondary, right? Excuse me, asshole. I don't know why I just did that. I was trying to do this. Hold on. Excuse me, why are you there? Either way works fine, and as you can tell, no energy problems whatsoever. Like I said, Nourish will basically give you the same output, but it will also give you damage output, so it's up to you on how you want to do that. But that is my Frost build. If you find it useful, have fun. If you don't, hey, let me know why. So, folks, thanks very much. As always, we'll catch you in the next one.